Boy, did Chad Pinder have a nice division series against Houston Astros, or what a nice year, as a matter of fact. Big year for Chad, starting with, as we say good morning to Chad Pinder, the birth of his son, first child. Congratulations. Congratulations on the big series against the Astros, even though it didn't go the A's way. And congratulations on the contract, as you avoided arbitration with a new deal to stay in Oakland for 2021. Big year for you, my friend. Who says 2020 stinks? Not you.
Hey, man. I'm extremely grateful for those things in my life this year, especially when, as we all know, it's been a tough year around the world. And, with my son, first and foremost, just such a blessing to be able to have him. And just grateful for my wife and obviously the contract and getting to play a little bit there in the postseason. It's been a good ride so far.
Hey, Chad, congrats on the baby. That's awesome, and things will be totally different for you moving forward. Hey, I want to talk a little baseball with you for a second, though. It looked like a couple of years ago you really started to figure it out on the offensive side, and then you just never really got the opportunity. Now the opportunity came, and we got a chance to see what really made it click. So what did you work on? What did you figure out that really helped it click?
Honestly, just keeping things simple for me. I'm not a big leg lift guy and not a lot of big movements. Just trying to get really good at what I do, and that's keeping things simple. So just simplifying my cage work and, making sure my BPs are, quality, and just try not to do too much, especially when you're in a role where you're not in there every day and those at-bats come, few and far between. You want things to happen in that moment, and just kind of realizing that, just take each at-bat as they are and not try to do too much in each one.
Well, we've watched you play all over the diamond. For you, if you had a chance to say, all right, you're going to settle in and play every day, is there a position that you'd like to play?
I really do like left field. I grew up playing in the infield, but got an opportunity to get out in the outfield a couple years ago and kind of just fell in love with it. But like you said, any spot I can get in there every day, I'm all good with. But, I do really like left field, like right field, but just to be in there would be awesome.
That's done.
Take us inside the room.
With the A's.
Well, I'm just going to go all A's geekdom on you here as an A's fan, Chad. And I'll quote our friend and colleague, Mark DeRosa. Take us inside the clubhouse. Get us inside the room. I want to get inside the clubhouse during the postseason. What a ride you guys had, right? You fall behind to the White Sox, come back, win 2 in a row. Hendricks posts up and is unbelievable in like triple duty. And then you've got the Astros, who you guys handled all season, but they looked like a different team in that series than the team you guys steamrolled during the regular season. Walk us through that series and what was going on in your brain.
Yeah, I'll start with the White Sox. After the first game, Giolito, he pitched a great game, and we get into the clubhouse, and we're like, we don't have to pack our bags up. It's not a one-game series this year. So it was almost a sigh of relief. We're like, we're fine. We always talk about that, we're built for a series, and we're good. So there wasn't too much panic there in that White Sox series. We were just got to go get tomorrow. And we did that, and then we ran into the Astros there in the next series, and anybody that didn't give them credit, doesn't watch enough baseball. There's a reason why they have, countless all-stars in their lineup. Those guys can play baseball. They're a great team and a ton of experience in the postseason. And sometimes you just got to tip your cap. And they beat us, and I think we're in another good position this year to have a great season and put ourselves back in the postseason. So we just got to put that behind us, take that experience, and then just, move forward and look forward to a good 2021.
All right, let's end this where we started. We started talking about your little guy. Give us a name. Tell us about the delivery, all that stuff. And where were you at? Were you in the room? Did you stay at home? Tell us about it.
All right, his name's Christopher. And so I did make it home for the birth. We were in Texas, and I flew out, and it actually happened. We got pretty lucky. I flew out, and it took a little longer than expected, and I was gone a little longer than the typical 3 days, and ended up happening on a Friday. And that Saturday, I was, possibly going to fly back to a doubleheader in Houston, and the next morning we went into quarantine in Houston for 5 days. So had I gone back, I might have been out of luck. So it worked out perfect with the timing. I was there. My wife Taylor was a champ. Healthy baby, healthy wife. So it all worked out great and made it back for the postseason run, and it was awesome.
I know
I'm so
Harold
glad
wanted
you gave
to
a
end
great
the interview,
answer.
Chad.
I'm so glad. He gave a great answer,
He wanted to end the interview with details about the delivery of your child, but instead, let me end the interview with the A's, with a little baseball here. Because when I talk to guys on the A's and coaches with the A's, and I ask the question, who is the best player on the roster that you don't hear a lot about? They say you. So if I ask you that question, and you can exclude yourself, who is the best player on the A's that doesn't get enough national love? How do we fix that? Who's the guy that you would tell us?
That's a great question. Honestly, last year I would say Robbie Grossman. Last year in 2020, that guy through the whole year was, really a cornerstone for us. He raked the whole year, did a great job in left field, and a guy that we traded for, we got 2 years ago, and was a perfect mix in our clubhouse. And this past year, he really did it.
Great answer. And I'm glad you're back in Oakland this year. We're glad you were able to sidestep all the details about the delivery of your child despite Harold's encouragement. And way to go, man. Way to go. Great job by you. Congrats on all the good things coming your way, and we'll visit with you again soon.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.